The three robbers had pulled off an armored truck heist in the desert, but with police closing in, they executed their escape plan. They drove the stolen truck straight into a pre-dug sand pit. The moment the vehicle came to a stop, they sprang into action. One man scrambled up scaffolding to arrange steel plates in perfect alignment, while another rapidly spread sand over them. To erase all traces of their handiwork, they'd even prepared a helicopter. As it hovered above the pit, the rotor's powerful downdraft smoothed the surrounding sand in minutes, leaving the desert floor looking untouched. Just as everything seemed flawless, the helicopter pilot spotted a yellow sports car speeding toward them in the distance. Though he knew the driver couldn't possibly see their hidden setup, he wasn't taking chances. He swung the chopper directly into the car's path, then grabbed an assault rifle. The sports car's driver knew he was in trouble. He flung open the door and bolted, but the robbers weren't about to let him escape. When George heard his partner's report, he rushed from the sand pit toward the fleeing man. If the police found the driver's body, their entire plan would collapse. Without hesitation, George dug a shallow grave nearby and disposed of the evidence. But as he finished covering the body, a police cruiser came screaming toward him, sirens blaring. With no time to run, quick-thinking George jumped into the sports car, slipped on sunglasses, and pretended to be its owner. The cops weren't fooled. They immediately frisked him, yet found nothing suspicious. By then, backup had swarmed the area. Officers combed the desert in a grid search, scouring every inch for 10 kilometers. But not a single trace of the armored truck turned up. The seasoned police captain was baffled. With zero evidence, they had no choice but to release George from custody. What the captain never guessed was that the truck they'd hunted for 3 days sat buried right beneath where he'd been standing. When the frustrated police finally withdrew, George slipped back to the pit only to discover his crew still hadn't cracked open the truck. After some inspection, they realized the doors could only be opened from the inside. That meant guards were still holed up in the cargo hold. Time for plan B. George strapped on a gas mask, then shoved a smoke canister through the ventilation shaft. Thick, choking fumes billowed into the compartment. Sooner or later, the guards would have to choose suffocate or open the doors.